My research question is, to what extent will the United States' workplace success be affected as technology advances and select jobs are replaced by machinery? I was inspired by two pieces from the AP Seminar Stimulus Packet, the first one being A World Without Work by Derek Thompson, and the second one being Long Working Hours and Cancer Risk, a multi-cohort study. I was inspired by these two pieces because they both showed a lot of factors and effects that change different things in the workplace, and I found this particularly interesting because all of these things can really affect anybody in their future. And so technology has been helping humans for thousands of years, from some of the first inventions like the wheel or even paper, to some of the slightly more recent inventions like the cotton gin that was created in 1793 by Eli Whitney. And the cotton gin, as you can see on the right, was created in order to remove cotton seeds from the raw material that was collected. And once the cotton gin was created, they didn't need as many workers to actually pick the seeds out of the cotton anymore, since they had the machine doing it for them. And they can now produce cotton exponentially faster since they had this machine. But since they did it, since it was being produced so fast, now they needed more workers to actually go out and pick raw materials in order to keep up with the demand of the machine. And this is a phenomenon known as creative destruction, because in one aspect of the work, laborers were being removed where they didn't need any more, but in another aspect, there were even more workers that were needed, which led to an increase in jobs overall and an increase of product and profit. Now, this is a quote by Sean Poole, who wrote, "Creating jobs by investing in innovation." He says that innovation is what created the bulk of American jobs today, and it will most certainly be the force that creates the jobs of tomorrow. And the executive vice president and chief marketing manager of iOffice, Elizabeth Dukes, would agree with this point, as she says that advancing innovation can lead to an increase in productivity, efficiency, increased collaboration, cost management, and heightened levels of security in the workplace. And as you can see in this diagram right here, the solutions that improve work life, there are multiple tiers of solutions that they suggest, and multiple of them are regarding the technological use in the workplace and different types of things that can be added in order to improve work life, like printing and scanning management, automation software, and solutions like that. And technology it doesn't just affect things in the workplace. It can also help improve the health of Americans. It can also improve the health of Americans and the success of doctors, because since the CT scan, for example, has been created and it has been improved upon since its time of invention, and it can, unlike then, it can now detect issues with more accuracy and more efficiency and more detail, and this can lead to a greater quality of life for patients that may have any issues, and it can help doctors to create specified and unique patient treatment plans for their patients that may be ill. Now, with more technology means more time for employees to concentrate on more complex tasks in their workplace, because their machinery or some sort of technology or software in their workplace can do more simple tasks for them, such as organizing or things like that. And this will lead to more time for employees to be able to concentrate on higher level things that they need to do in their workplace, which will lead to an increase in efficiency for their businesses. And it'll lead to the success and improvement of their work. Now, in the future, there are low-wage jobs that will be replaced by machinery due to more advanced technology that's being introduced. But as we saw earlier with creative destruction, this will be another phenomenon that continues to take place today. As the destruction of low-wage jobs occurs and things like these order and pay kiosks at McDonald's happen, more higher wage jobs will be created in industries with technology. And this is why creative destruction works in this aspect. Now, my first solution would be assisting students financially in college, because if we're moving into a more technologically advanced world, and a world where more degrees would be required to get more jobs in general, that would be very helpful.
Seniors who are taking AP exams in May, please make sure that you report to the Commons after you check in with your First Bell teacher this morning for your pre-administration. Thank you.
For kids that are wishing to pursue a higher education. Although money in this nation, it may be hard to come by money in order to process this action. My second solution is encouraging participation in STEM subjects in primary schooling, which STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medicine. And this will prepare students for the workforce that they will be entering in the future, and it will help them all to be more successful in general. And although some people may see this as taking away creativity in schooling, I think this is a very good option because it will prepare students better for their futures. And although some people say that reducing the amount of low-wage jobs that there are because of machinery, that it will increase the amount of poverty in the United States, this is not true, because if we implement my solutions and say that more children will have a better access to education and have be set up to be more successful in the world, and they'll be more successful and they will not be adding to the current rate of poverty in the United States. And in conclusion, technology has and always will be a huge part of American
Study Hall
life.
spells 1, 2, and 3. Please report to the wrestling room.
We see it around every single
Today.
day, and we use it to our advantage. We use it to our advantage all the time. And if we continue using it to our advantages, it has the potential to increase efficiency, productivity, and countless more advantages within the workplace.
Okay, Sid, a couple of questions for you. The first one is, what evidence did you gather that you didn't use, and why did you choose not to use it?
I saw a lot of evidence, like really specific things that I thought narrowed my search too much, such as I looked at the Rosie the Riveter image and I looked up things about that and how it improved their work lives, and it had a lot, and that led to a lot of studies about women and women in the workplace, but I didn't really want to specify on that too much because my goal was more about everyone, like socially and economically and everything, how any sort of technology affected the workplace at all.
Okay, and then your second question is, how does your conclusion respond to any of the other research or sources that you examined?
I think for the most part, my conclusion agrees with them because a lot of the sources were saying that technology is good and that we should keep investing in technology and like that innovation is going to be the creator of jobs, like Sean said earlier. And although I did disagree with like a few sources that were afraid that low-wage jobs.
Good morning, Akils. If everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Other people within the workplace.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the